Hey, 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 hey. How you doing? Hey, everybody. It's MsTonya. We are now experiencing the Poets House Live. I got a special guest that we're going to bring in here to you. So I hope you're ready for it. Hope you're ready for him. Can you hear me, Mr. Moody? All right, all right. I tell you what, welcome to the Poets House Live. I'm MsTonya. I got a very special...
Hey, which Wi-Fi you on? 2G or 8B? 8B?
All right, guys. We're going to get into what I want to introduce you to here tonight. This is going to be very special. We're bringing the Poets House Live right back to you now. And I'm so excited to be able to showcase some of our local talents, some of our regional talents, national artists who are out here working their lane as it relates to poetry. All right. And tonight we are going to meet Mr. Moody Black. We're asking the question. I ask you guys, who is Moody Black? Who is he? All right. I'm gonna let you know. Moody Black is a TEDx performer, a national award-winning poet, a smart arts teaching artist, motivational speaker, spoken word and visual artist. He is an actor and voiceover artist, a chess instructor, storyteller, and comedian from Spartanburg, South Carolina, who resides in Greensville, South Carolina right now. So a South Carolina artist, you hear that. Moody is a product of Spartanburg County School District, Spartanburg Technical College, and Spartanburg Community College, and USC Upstate. Moody is passionate about teaching poetry to youth and adults as well, speaking about purpose and challenging depression. Each time Moody is on stage, he aims to uplift everyone in the audience. All right, y'all? So I'm going to bring him in very soon, and I hope that you are ready. How you doing, sir?
Man, I am wonderful. Please forgive me. I've had every technological whatever happened. I got in like maybe it was like 6:54,
Right.
and I'm trying to get in, and they decided to download Chrome, and went download Chrome, and I copied a link, and I got in, and I'm trying to get to the internet, and it kicked me out, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, mercy. Well, I'm not gonna miss it for the world. I'm here. I am here.
I love it. We're gonna have some people come in and join us, but I had to introduce you, let people know who is Moody Black. So you didn't get
That's what's up.
You didn't get a chance to hear that since you were experiencing some of the technical difficulties. But I tell you what, that's not something that I focus on so much, because I tell people the internet is something that we don't have control over. You know, so we see these things happen. If something goes out, don't even worry about it. Don't even stress about it. Just hit that thing and get back in here. And we're going to keep it rolling.
You got to keep it moving.
Yes.
Keep it moving.
I'm so glad that we have an opportunity to do this. I have been
to
link up.
Honor's all mine. Honor's all mine. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Hey. It's not all yours. It's all of ours right now.
I take that.
Who's got the opportunity to hear this. You had a busy day today, man. I saw you out here in the streets spreading all of this.
Out here in these poetry streets.
I saw
man. But I love it though. I love it, man. I ain't too long got back. I had 2 shows at 2 schools, and I just started back doing the after school program. So I was out there, and I had my grandson, and met my daughter, dropped them off, and got back here cooking for the queen, and to get that started, and then boom, we plugged it up.
Good. Well, man, I did introduce you, but I want them to hear it from your voice. Just let people know.
From me?
Yeah, I want you to tell them, because I saw you telling the kids. You told the kids today. I don't think I wasn't on your page listening. But I think it's important for people to understand, like, because you use this as a way to help people deal with certain depressions and
Yeah.
let them know how important poetry is and how life-changing writing can be. So start out by telling us at what age you began poetry and why.
Oh man, I just told the story again like twice today when I talk to the kids. No, I'm not complaining. I love it. I love it. I don't mind. It's a good question. I started writing around 11, 12 years old, and I preface this by saying I wasn't one that was real big into reading and writing because I'm a visual artist. That's like my first gift, drawing and painting. And it wasn't till I was bored one day. I'm going down the hallway. Now, in our hallway, we had this long hallway with nothing else in it but a bookshelf. My mom was like real big on collecting books, and I'm going through it. And I came across this book, a very thin book. I always tell kids, it wasn't no big old book. It was a thin book. But well, I mean, come on, for somebody who didn't like to read, you ain't trying to find no the 220 times Bible stack kind of book.
No 500, 600 pages.
Yeah, I'll try to find like 15, 20 pages, but it had like 50 pages. But it was a thin book. But the poet, his name is Walter Render. I just discovered he's in Portland, Oregon. I'm trying my best to try to meet this guy and tell him how much of an inspiration he's been to me. A guy reached out to me. I guess he discovered that I was a fan of this guy's work, and he hit me up like, "Yo, this guy's very sick. I'm creating a fan page for him." He's like 89, 90 now. But reading this guy's book, it's called This Time Called Life, and it had some very soft black and white photos of young people hanging out, chilling, hanging in the beach, nature, seagulls. It just drew me in. And beside the pictures, were poems about being young and free, and it's poems about love and just different things of life. And I connected with it. And then I was like, you know what? I could do this. And I started writing. You know, you 11, 12, you write a poem like, I hope she like me.
Right.
I'm sad, I'm mad, stuff like that.
Right.
But it evolved. And I always tell this to the young people. I say, I had a newfound love, and I couldn't wait to go to school to share it. Now, when I was going to school, my junior high school, we had like 3 different hoods going to the same school. And you talking about doing some poetry, that wasn't cool at all. But I was brave when the teacher asked who wanted to share this excerpt of a poem. I was brave. I stood up and I read it. Side of the family, we real bougie country. My dad hood country, ratchet country. So my mom always fussed about being articulate, So I had to turn that on. I'm reading and being real proper with my words, and everybody clowning. Everybody in class laughing, clowning me. And so I tell kids all through my junior high school experience, I was the artsy, weird nerd dude who liked poetry. Because they knew I knew how to paint and draw, but that was the thing. I did poetry and they clowned it. But I always tell the kids this: when we get to high school, of course, we change and things change. Everybody got boyfriends and girlfriends, but somebody told somebody that if you want a boyfriend or girlfriend, you got to write them a poem. Mm-hmm. So it was only one dude they knew who was weird enough to do that. So they wait till I'm by myself, be like, hey, bro, hey, can you give me a poem? So I get to my girlfriend, tell her I did it. And girls be like, you write me a poem, get to my boyfriend, tell him I did it. And I'd be like, yes, $10. Oh, yeah, they had to pay your boy. They had to pay me.
All right.
Yeah, I was a young entrepreneur in high school. $5 poem, $10 poems, I was doing it. Now, of course, the money has changed now. You want to move back point. And I have my little monthly specials. I give you a call like $25 for a little holiday poem. I give you a special. You want a book, Moody Black? It's more than $10.
There you go. We got some people in here already who are loving you. I see we got Amina in the building. She sends out her heart. She's also she's laughing. She says she had a experience and she
that's what's up. What's up?
Yeah, she's
that's what's up.
Poet here in the PD region as well. But man,
okay, South Carolina building. Let's go.
Yeah, and we also are we got Mr. Witz back here backstage who's gonna
Witz, my man, that's my bro.
We'll bring him in very soon. But listen, that's an awesome story. I always like artists who immediately are sharing the art with young people, and and how you started out, and you talked about, you knew that if they wanted those poems, they had to, they had to put a little something in your palm.
Is that got to grease my palms?
Right. But what I want to talk about here with you a moment is, oftentimes, especially with poets, they don't monetize as well as a lot of the other artists out here, like musical artists.
Right.
So, we often have to have other things, and there's other arts and avenues for us to be
Yeah.
able to, make our way of living and still hold on to the art and do that. Could you talk a little bit about that, and how you make that work, and how a young poet can think about hanging in with the art, and also knowing that
Right.
do other things as well? Because a lot of them give up. They don't realize, like, you've got to find a space for that, and you
Yeah.
can find a way to make it work.
Facts. And I think, and I don't know how, it seems like we're in the same age group, but growing up, we're often taught that you want to do anything with the arts, you ain't gonna make it, or you're gonna be a starving artist. And I just, that never set well in my spirit. It never set well in my spirit to do that. But fast forward to like now, it's so many advantages, especially young folk got, that they can use with this technology, man. So you can really make decent to insurmountable amount of money to
Right.
make a living with, because of the technology that we didn't have. Just fortunately, I was able to sit back and study it, and I just was in tune with a lot of young folk. And I'm like, okay, I'm asking questions. Of course, your children know more about these devices than you. And then, oh, Dad, you got to do this right here. And I'm taking notes. Okay, all right. So I started to get to a point where I started doing workshops on how to monetize. But just watching the game evolve, and take note, because as far as spoken word, it's still a baby genre in comparison to hip hop, rock and roll, R&B, soul and gospel. It's still a baby in that respect. So you have to find ways to do it. And especially you start thinking about us as a whole, as a people, or just everybody, we have the hardest time,
Right.
communicating, number one, and sharing how we feel, or interpreting how things are around us. So people like me want to come in, and they thirsting for it, especially since schools are getting rid of art programs. So they have to find another way, especially the ELA teachers. They're trying to, because these kids, especially with the dark side of technology, they don't know how to properly express themselves, or they speak in text code, you know what I'm saying? So it's very easy for them to find somebody like us to come in and say, y'all do words, help my kids do words,
Right.
help them express themselves. So that's a one angle you can come in and do. But at the same time, you can also do corporate. I do motivational speaking. I use poetry as a springboard to get me there. I do communication workshops and team building, because a lot of businesses, I work plenty of 9-to-5s and warehouse jobs, and folk just don't get along. I don't understand that it's a team goal. We have a goal to meet, and we don't know how to work together with other people. So you can go with that angle, because it's all about communication. What we do is all about how we express our feelings. So you got to find different creative ways. We have to really be creative. We're creatives. Be creative, and approach all these different things from different angles. Like even with what I do as a teaching artist, I can go in any subject and help, implement poetry. I can go to math class. We can go. I've done social studies classes, science classes, because poetry is in everything.
Right.
You can really flip it. Even if I'm gonna have a haiku slam in a science class, where we're gonna talk about all kind of biological stuff, or we can go math class. We're gonna have Pythagorean theorem haikus, But it's a different angle. It's a different angle to teach folk, man. And I know as artists, we just want to do the art, but you got to find ways to, like you say, to monetize it. How can I do my art and get paid? Now, I'm a visual artist. That's my first gift. Like I just started back painting like 3 years ago. I'm going into 3 years. But that's my first gift. So right out of high school, I'm trying to hustle paintings, and it just wasn't paying. But people kept asking me to come. Can you do a poem at this event? Come to my church. Come to my community center. Come to my school. So once I started, like, okay, I'm making more money with these words and these paintbrushes. So I had to put that to the side. And I was still, sketch and paint here and there. But now that people started to pour back into the arts, I'm like, okay, let me start using what I've built with my poetry to promote this visual art side of me.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I've had 4 art shows and three of them with some real cool galleries, prominent galleries in upstate of South Carolina. And
Okay.
yeah, and so I'm still, trying to get more shows in my art and just really freely express myself with that way. And sometimes I may have a poem with the painting, so it's
Right.
you got to find ways to combine as a poet what you do and find a niche and add it to everything else that's out there.
I like that. And you're absolutely right. We are within that. I think we're pretty much in the same age range, and I come from that mind frame of people, or I should say, they had out there, if you're going to be an artist, you're going to be a starving artist. That didn't sit well with me either. I'm like,
I like to eat. I'm skinny,
no,
but I like to eat.
you're not going to make me believe that. And as well, just my personality, I feel like that art that we have, I can find a way to do that. And if I have to feed myself and to make sure that, I can flip my lights on and feed my baby, I
Right.
have to do any particular job. And I've had a number of different jobs as well. I never felt like it was, that it would kill my art. And so I hate a
Right.
lot of the times when I see young artists who feel like they don't want to do any other thing because they feel like they've got to do that art. Now, I understand that people have a different passion.
hmm
I do. But if you can't feed yourself, I can't imagine you putting out the very best of the art. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
sometimes I want to say to them, hey,
Right. I like that perspective.
right,
That's real.
listen, if you got to take this job and you've got to work, this 8 hours, okay, go in there and do what you have to do. But make sure that you put in an 8 hours for yourself. So for as
Right.
much as you can work for someone else, put that in your art. No one said that it was going to be easy. You know what I mean? But get
It's
out there,
not.
you know? So that has always been my mindset. And I'll say one more thing before I get off of this. I often tell artists this, like, as an artist for myself, it was better for me to take like what I would call like a BS job. And by BS job, I mean, it didn't necessarily have to be the highest paying job. I wanted something that didn't take a whole lot from me mentally,
Right.
and that I could do this job. I could go in there and I could be respected and respectable. I can leave it there when it's time for me to clock out. And that way it was easy for me to work on my stuff when I got home.
Right.
And so I think a lot of the times they just like overthink this thing, and you don't have to do that. Um, so that's where I was with that. So we could get off of that, but I
Right.
encourage that artist who might be listening to this right now, who I know could probably be having a rough time,
Right.
do
But
something.
if you're gonna work that, that's cool. Let it feed your passion though. Let it feed your passion. You know,
Absolutely.
like I know she don't mind me saying like my goddess, she grinds, but she acts. Now I'm like, yo, and she still do that. And that feed into what she's doing. I'm like, let's keep doing that because we gonna get you out of there. But you let that feed your passion. If you gotta hold it down, grinding 9 to 5, whatever, don't lose sight of what you really want to do. You can also use that to funnel that into what your passions are. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, because listen, let's be real about this. Life is about those peaks and valleys. So there's
It
going to be
is.
highs, there's going to be lows, and
It's
and
always up and downs, and I guess that's the biggest problem. I'm sorry to cut you out, Queen. I think that's the biggest thing. Like when people think about their dreams, they think it's a straight line to get there. Like I'm start here. It's A. I'm gonna go straight to Z. Not knowing to get to C is uphill, and the EFG is gonna be downhill. Elemental P gonna go up and down, and you're gonna have a climb just to get down to Z. It ain't a straight line, and people get discouraged, not knowing that anything you want takes work, man. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's no your grind is no different than a relationship. You want a great relationship, but you're gonna have some highs and lows. So the same thing about your dreams. You're gonna have some highs and lows. How bad you want
right.
it? How bad you want love is the same way. How bad you want your passion. You gotta
Right.
put some work in. You have the time you're gonna quit. You're gonna cry.
Mhm.
Folk ain't understand what's going on. Just like a relationship. Folk be like, why you still with them? You don't understand. I gotta have this. And the same thing with your dream. You like, why you still doing it? Y'all don't understand. I gotta have this.
Yeah.
The same way.
Yeah, it's the same thing like the economy. I mean, look at
Yep.
the times that we're living in right now. Times haven't
Yeah.
always been like this, and times won't always
Mm-mm.
be like this. So it's
Facts.
important to pay attention to the pulse of what's going on in your community. Pay attention.
Indeed.
to what's going
Indeed.
on and move accordingly. You know what I mean? Find some way to like you say, feed that art, feed your passion.
Yeah.
And as an artist, and I know this for you because you've been out here with the kids all day. So again, I thank you for jumping in here. But you got to find a way of giving back. You've
Yes.
got,
Oh,
I don't care how much you think you do not have. You have more than somebody else, and you've got to find a way to work that within your job, within your art and your passion. You got to find a way to give something of yourself to someone else.
I'm gonna share some advice with y'all. Like, it used to be a time I couldn't, like, especially before the pandemic. If I ever have a show in Atlanta or anything near Atlanta, it was a prerequisite for me to visit the Oracle. And my Oracle, y'all should know this, for her name is Georgia Me. And Georgia Me will cuss me out if I ain't stop by and chop it up with her. And I'm gonna get some of the dopest advice, which I was already doing. But she said, "Look here, Moody, I'm gonna blank out the expertise." But she would say, "What you're doing don't mean you know what if you ain't giving back. So I don't care how big you are, you got to give back because the universe will give it back to you."
Oh yeah.
That's just a way of life. You got to give back and reach back to some people who might need it. You never know, because I was fortunate enough to be around folk who just did it on some love, like, dang, or just helped me out on some love. Like, man, I got to give that back. You know what I'm saying? So I probably every year I probably did about 5, 6 free shows just because you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It seemed like the energy's right. They need, these folk need this. Let me go over here, or I do a workshop for free. But I get it back. You're gonna always get it back. That's just the laws. That's natural laws.
And these open mics, a lot of the times, like I do these open mics or I host these open mics, and I always say, like, listen, MsTonya's middle age, and I'm thinking, like, it has to be some young people out here going to do this thing, and they keep calling me back, and I keep wanting to do it and having to do it because I want the art to stay alive. It's got to be here for those young people. So I get that. And I've got a little Georgia Me story. I haven't met her in person, but I tell you,
one of the realest people ever. She real.
I know she is. But what I was going to say is she put a battery in my back, just virtual, like just the way that she shared with me and was so accepting of me and she saw some of the things that I was trying to do, like even this. And it just made me feel really great because, I mean, you know her resume and all of the things.
Oh, yeah. And she put the work in. She's one of the poets. I put probably about 10 poets I list on my hands that really like do it, yes. and earn the stripes doing it. And she's definitely one of those people, like, she put the work in, man. She put hours of sweat, tears, and blood in it. You know what I'm saying? And earn her a right to be on that Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? Poets that we can touch and feel and see who did it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. The people have got the comments rolling in here for you. We got a minute here. She says, excellent question and amazingly informative response. Yeah,
peace. That's what's up.
Yeah, and we've got Stephanie here. She said, love these good nuggets. Definitely great info being shared. All right.
Word.
All right.
Y'all tell y'all people to tune in now. I see Coach Ja in the building. Ja.
Yeah,
man, John Witt's my bros, man. I know I got had a lot going this year, man. I've lost verbal contact. I got to get back talking to brothers. But there's certain people, and I'm gonna quote one of my best friends, Johnny C. Weaver. He's a poet, but he has this saying, man. There's people you'll take a bullet for, and people you'll shoot one for too. And John Witt, those brothers, is one of those guys I just love, just their spirit and what they do with poetry for the community as well. So yeah, and my brothers, salute brothers. I see y'all, man. I'm gonna get in touch with y'all.
All right. Well, let me, we've been talking for a few minutes and we can get back into the conversation. You got a little piece you want to share, a little something with the
man.
I mean, if you say no, I just open up the mic for
No, I stay ready now. I stay ready. I ain't no problem at all. I stay ready. Now, okay. I want to do a poem, but can I do a rap this round first and then do a poem sometime before I get out of here? Can I do that?
You know you Moody Black and you can do what you want to do. Set the mood.
All right, because this is on my spirit. And for those who do not know, man, like I said, I was writing poetry at 11. I was rapping at 11. And I'm just really influenced and love hip hop. And it's definitely an outlet that I love expressing myself in. I do have music on all the streaming platforms. So y'all download me or add me to your playlist. All right. So I'm going to do a verse of one of my songs called Watch Me. And just quick side note, here in the Upstate, we used to have what's called the Upstate Music Awards. In 2020, I won the Artist of the Year for my hip hop album called Manifest. So download it, add to your playlist. This is a verse from a song called Watch Me. So let me see if I can perform it sitting down. You know, it's hard rapping sitting down. Some folk want to talk about me like I'm dead on the road with chalk around me. Ever since I came in, they tried to out me. Without a doubt, they tried to doubt me, so I look alive and rejuvenated. I make cash money like Juvie made it, huh? Now check your optics when I spot up by Jackson Pollock. I'm Ernie Barnes when I stretch my arms. When it rain, I test the storm. And it passed with flying colors, so I spread wings and fly above it. That's why I love it. Ain't that the truth? I'ma be in the booth till I'm logging the two, till I'm gray, getting the face in the box with a suit. But until that day, I'm a fox in the coop. And I hope y'all get it. Sometimes I'm over your head like a fitty when fin just right. I know I got a right, so I get on the mic just to make a better life. And now I'm going to live it. Want to see Moody Black, better buy more tickets. I'm going to go get her cause I go get it. Want to book Moody Black, better write more digits up. Put in the work. Now my price is up. That came from the dark. Now the lights is up. I meditate, manifest. I don't fight and stuff. I'm no thug. I'm a thug. So lighten up. I don't talk it, I live it. Cause I see my dreams so vivid. So y'all better not blink. Y'all miss it. Cause when it come to getting mine, I'm going to get it. Watch me. I don't talk it, I live it. Cause I see my dreams so vivid. So y'all better not blink. Y'all miss it. Cause when it come to getting mine, I'm gonna get it. Watch me.
You know, I had to do my virtual snaps.
I got you.
Yes, sir. I feel it. What was the inspiration?
Man, for that particular song, because the beat goes bananas. You know, I couldn't really, you know, y'all know justice with that. The beat goes bananas. But
You did justice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Something slight.
To the people, bars.
But well, I'm gonna tell you. So I'm a fan of watching the rap battles only because, you know, growing up, we just, you know, as a poet, and something we still do it. We'll write just to say I can write some slick stuff, and not knowing that there's actually names for those things that we're doing. And once I start studying and become a teaching artist, I learned that the proper titles for some of these poetic devices, and how these entendres come into play, these metaphors, and how, you know, just all that stuff. I'm like, wow. So I was very intent with this particular rap that I wanted to express that, you know, despite what I'm going through, I want to make it, and nobody's gonna stop me. If y'all don't believe me, you know, like my man said, don't believe me, just watch. So this is my version. Watch me do it then. Y'all gonna deny me, y'all gonna doubt me, watch me do it then. But as far as the beat concerned, the Black Panther soundtrack from the movie, I'm a big fan of Run the Jewels. You know about Killer Mike and my man LP, his group was Company Flow back in the days. So they made that group, and that song on that soundtrack, woo, it goes hard. I'm like, man, I want something that feels like that, man. You know what I'm saying? There's that energy. You know what I'm saying? Man, look here. And I just started writing, and I called one of the producers. I said, yo, I want something like that. And it's also a gospel artist named Endominio. And he had one of his songs that really inspired me. And I'm like, yo, I want to be positive. I want the high energy, you know, and I'm gonna let people know that, you know, I ain't gonna stop.
Well, listen,
and that was inspiration for that song.
The people love it. You got you know, you got the snaps here, Sonya, the Coopers. snap. Mina's like, yes, you know, miracle assassin.
Wow, I appreciate that, y'all. That means a lot. Thank y'all.
But I have a very important question here in the chat.
Talk to me.
You know, when I ask you this question, you might want to think about it a little bit. You know, I don't know. Here it is.
I'm ready.
Ja said, "Where is your beard, bro?"
So real quick, before you ask the question, real quick, like my bro, he haven't seen me. So I had like a crazy summer, man. So just re-evolving per se, and this is a symbol of starting back over. Like, like I've always, and I'm very knowledgeable a lot of things, especially about certain ways to live. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to like just know it no more. I need to really walk in that path of being my higher self. So one of the things I did was to cut my beard. Now I made a vow to my beard gang members. I said I'm gonna grow it back in the fall, and I haven't grown it back yet. Number one, the guy that said she like it, so I got to leave it alone. Let's just laugh at me.
You're gonna have to do
And, so I'm like, you know what? Hey, she like, oh well, rock a little long. You know what I'm saying? Rock a little longer. There's some perks with that.
I mean, it looks great though. I mean, you
I appreciate it.
but it looks great. But you know what? Interesting that you say that, because I felt a little something like that too, because I don't know if you remember, but I had dreadlocks for many, many years.
Yes, I know.
And
so yeah,
I think we might have the same hairstyle right now. Do you understand?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
All off,
Wow, but I know that's something to do to get rid of your locks. That's a higher level of evolution right there. Letting go. It's really the thing to let go of a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
So I feel you. I feel, and that was very similar. The same thing. It's
very
about letting go.
Yeah, you gotta learn to let go. So
and that's my biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just learning to let go, man. I was telling the goddess, not too long ago, man. I was in, just a quick story. I was in a car accident. What's it, last year? In a car accident? Yeah, last year. Last year. And man, look here. I went 6 months with no ride. I saved this guy let me make payments on a car I bought from them. It only had 2 owners. I'm a big Mercedes-Benz fan. Because they make good cars. Yeah. And I saved this beautiful '89, beautiful blue. It's a different color blue. And I got that car finally after 6 months. And it wasn't no more than a month. I had a show in Alabama, Bessemer, Alabama. Wow. Killed it. They paid my hotel. I get up gassed up that morning. Sunday morning, never forget. I was driving. As soon as I got on the highway, I heard the car coming. And you hear me? I'm spinning. And I was, I was like, I'm like, I ain't gonna die today. I maneuver that car. I'm like, not today, Saint. that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? That was a lie. Not today. But look here, I'm swerving. After I spin about 4 times, swerving. Finally got to the median with some grass. The grass was like slowing my impact down. And my whole side was all messed up, rim built. And I jumped in the car. I'm just a cussing. I wasn't very worried about my safety. I was mad because I worked hard to get that car. I could have, man, the tow truck guy came and said, "But you lucky." Man, we ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about I survived. I was mad because my car, I worked hard for that thing. But the whole lesson is like, it took me like a month to like, you know what? I did survive and I could not have been here. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's a lesson I had to learn. I have to let go. And I learned just looking at all the other aspects of my life. I held on to anger about people said and done. And, and I was like, you know what? This is a lesson. I have to really learn to let go. And when things happen, take it at that moment and not take it with me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get into it with people and we mad, but we'll carry that madness for the rest of our lives. And it's been, even finally to this point, I'm at a good place. Like, I probably let go of a good 95% things I need to let go of. Still got a few more things I got to let go of. But that was a huge lesson. So back to the whole beard and everything. It was hard because my beard was like part of the brand,
right?
And we've been places and I'll be talking to some people and he's looking at me and who are you? I'm like, Moody. I'm like, me. Moody. Oh my God, Moody. I didn't know. I'm for real. I'm not making this up. You asked the guidance on that one. Look here, man. I done came with about 5, 6 people recently. They said, I'm just carrying the conversation. Hey, what's up, bro? Oh, what's up, sis? Blah, 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 blah. He's just staring at me. Like, God, I know who you are. It's me, Moody. Oh my God, Moody. I'm sorry, I know. That's been it. But go ahead. Actually, you have a question. I'm sorry. I get off on tangents. Go ahead.
No, you didn't, because I just made a bad joke. That was the question.
Beard, okay. That was the question. Where's my beard?
All right. And we got a comment here from Sonia Cooper. She said, learning to let go, peace move.
Learning to let go is a peace move. Wow, I like that. That's dope. That's dope.
We got Kevin Mullins in the building. How you doing, Kevin Mullins?
Kevin, I'm gonna tell you something about. First of all, I'm sorry. I interrupt you. I do apologize. I get excited. I got a bad habit there, so please forgive me if I do that. But Kevin Mullins, bro. First of all, you need to book me. All right, number one. He's in Myrtle Beach because me and the guys are talking about we ain't been to Myrtle Beach and probably Yale's. Book me, bro. But for those who do not know, my government name or my government last name is Mullins. So I went. I hit him up. I saw him. Hit him up. I said, "Bro, are you at the Mullins? Blah blah blah." He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Oh man," So I thought it was an opportunity that we might be related because Mullins is my actual government last name. But the funny thing is, for people who think Moody Black is my real name, I've had people inbox me and like, "Oh, are you related to the Blacks in this part of Spartanburg?" Like, nah, that's not my real name.
There you go. All right. He said, he letting you know. He said, "I'm doing good, fam," and
that's good. He's a good guy.
Oh, I know him very well.
But I haven't met him in person. Just us, just from transferring energy on Facebook and going back and forth through messages and trying to get me down there. We just couldn't get our time together. I'm giving you flowers, bro. That's a good dude. I don't know him from Adam, but I just feel energy, and he's got good energy.
I can tell you. I can testify.
You can testify.
Yeah, I can testify.
You testify. That's what's up, then. That you just confirmed what I already knew.
Yeah, he rolled through the Poets house for real.
For real. That's what's up.
To get you on set, actually in the house.
Hey, I'm ready, man. We ready. We traveling. Yeah. Ain't that right, babe?
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what, man. I lost my guy here who was waiting. I wanted to go ahead and open up the mic. I wanted to open up the mic. And where did my man go? The mic is open. You are watching the Poets House Live. We got Moody Black here in the house with us here live. This is Poets House Live, your favorite virtual open mic podcast. If I got some poets out here who want to jump in and do a piece, go ahead and let me know and I can share the link with you. I had somebody in here, he jumped out. So, hey, Moody, that just means me and you get to talk a little bit more.
Okay, I love it, man. Look here. I've learned to love Q&A. Like growing up, I was quiet until the 9th grade. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Once I found my voice, I got into acting. For those don't know, I act as well, which is a good opportunity for me to do a shameless plug. So I have just finished writing a script for a one-man stage play that I'm doing in January here in the Upstate of South Carolina, and I'm working a tour with it. It's called The Other Side of Tomorrow, which is the name of my book and the name of my upcoming album. So I got the trifecta going on. So The Other Side of Tomorrow, and so I'll be doing that. But I've been in the acting for the longest time. But I'm really excited about that. So yeah.
Mr. Witz, if you're still watching, get back in here. Well, man, I tell you what, I want you to talk to the people about chess. How influential, when did you learn to play chess?
I'm gonna tell you, I had an old buddy of mine in my mid-20s. Mm-hmm. He knew how to play. He was younger than me. He knew how to play. And he just pulled out chessboards. Man, I want to teach you, man. And he taught me the moves. We played for about 2 hours. So it's a matter, once you learn how the pieces move, you just got to play. You got to figure it out that way. And I fell in love with it. But I always wanted to play because I see people playing like, man, they thinking hard. Man, I want to think hard too. I want to do some thinking. And so once he taught me that, I just started playing different people. And just over the years, it's got better and better. Then once I had the opportunity about 6-7 years ago to teach a chess club at school program at a certain school, I did it for about a good 3 or 4 years. And I just started at another school once that school lost this program. This is my 2nd year with this particular program. And I love it because it's a good way to help people understand you want to think before you make moves and be able to look around. Like one of the examples I give, like some kids, they'll get one piece all the way down the board. I say, man, why would you do that? You're going to get it took. You have no backup. I said, would you go, you got beef with somebody, would you go to their house by yourself, know all their cousins and family in the house? They're like, no, I ain't think about it like that. No, you wouldn't. So you have to make sure you position yourself, in a position where you're comfortable, you're satisfied with what you make the choice with, and you want to be in the best position to win.
All right.
So, yeah, that's how I look at it.
All right, I see Nigel here. He said, my dog, Kev. Kev, you getting the whole
Like Kev, yeah.
love.
Kev get love. Kev's a dude, man.
Okay, Amina, she said, love Kev.
Everybody love Kevin. So we just got to meet in person, bro.
Yeah.
Get meet in person. We got to make it happen. I got to get down there.
Kevin in here, he said, the Poets House Live is the best in the virtual world.
That's what's up. Let's go. Let's go.
Sonya the Cooper said, get him in the house. We gonna get him in
the house.
Yeah,
bring me. You gonna get Kevin in. They want you to get Kevin in.
They talking about you. Kevin already in the house.
Okay, all right. Well, get me in there. I'm ready.
We gonna do it.
Me and the God is ready to travel. Let's go.
Hey, we right here in Flowtown. We not far from you. Not far.
Man, I'm ready to go. I haven't been. It's been a minute, man. I ain't been out on the floor in a minute.
Well, the pandemic stopped a whole lot of things. And as a matter of fact, when everything kind of got closed down, like things were really like going pretty well on our poetry scene. We got it to a place where, I could really feel it. The energy was really good. The poets were out there and didn't the world shut down. And for us now, that people are just now, believe it or not, here, I don't know where you are, but people are just now starting to go outside again. What has it been like post-pandemic for you? Like, what effects did you notice that whole pandemic have on the art and the culture where you are?
Well, first of all, I'm in Upstate South Carolina. I'm at the top of the state. That's all. Man, when the pandemic happened, it just ripped, boy. You talking about I wasn't struggling, I was struggling. Because right before the pandemic, I was in a good position. I'm kind of in that position now, but I was working hard to get to a place where the gigs was constant, the schools was constant, and I was just getting above water, so slightly above the water. But the pandemic happened, I went way back down to the bottom again. Yeah. And like, because the world started. I never forget. I was in a school in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and doing my residency program. And I came the next day, and the principal was like, "Yo, they sending people home. There's some kind of pandemic going on. We call you. To further notice, we had to shut it down." I'm like, man. Then that whole day, I started getting people calling left and right. Now, matter of fact, the whole week, gigs I had set up ahead of time in the summer and the fall, left and right. This we can't do it. Nationwide shutdown. And it just like, man, because I had set up where I was gonna have to, my whole year was set up. I'm good financially. Right. And man, so that the whole year and a half, 2 years, the pandemic is rough. So I had to really start from the bottom and work my way back up. And finally, I'm just like right now, just a little bit above water.
You're feeling
so yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. Some more things fall in place, I'll be there. But I'm able to now in advance get some things going, and of course using technology. I got some other things lined up to where I can sit back and let it come to me. That's the goal. So well, we getting there.
I appreciate you being transparent about that, because there's somebody watching who needs to hear that, because I think a lot of people are being hard on themselves, but it really is like we had to start over from the bottom.
Yeah, and everybody did start from the bottom.
Right. Poetry isn't an easy thing to people to feel and to vibe and to sell anyway. And so when you've got something going on and it's finally on that uptick, and then boom, you got to start all over again. It's rough. It's rough getting people to come out again. But just for those people who are actually the poet and the poetry lovers, I just got to thank them, because they always ask about the art. You have those people who are always going to show up. And in fact, this particular broadcast, came from that, because I had to find a way for artists to be able to share. And let me tell you something. When I first decided to try this, I didn't know how to use the platform.
I feel you.
I have a media background, but I just wasn't in on what the latest technologies were as it relates to. I don't want to geek out on people and talk about too many techie things, but I wasn't up on like
Yeah.
all of the streaming things that you could do. And I was like, it shouldn't be this complex,
Right.
And then they started with these browser-based streaming platforms, and I was like, yes, somebody
Hmm.
understands my pain. And so just to be able to come on and have artists check in and be able to share their art and be able to have these conversations like you and I are having, I mean, it was important. And we see a lot going on in social media now. People say they want to have conversations and use conversations, but a lot of the times we see like the gossip of things, people just
Ah,
going
yeah.
and things. And I don't like where we are with that. How do you feel about, because what I see right now, I see this big battle of, you're there with your queen, and I like how you are relating to her, even while we're in the broadcast right now. But if you really pay attention to what's going on online, they will make you believe that men and women are against each other. And I keep telling people, I don't know where y'all live, but in the real life, I know people who are in relationships and who love each other, have respect for each other, and you're believing all on the internet. What is your take?
Well, I definitely understand that we've had a lot of gripes, male and female, and I think it's finally getting aired out. But there's a few podcasts that I do come across that I really appreciate. That yeah, we can discuss, how we feel about this, how we feel about that. But there's a middle ground, like yeah, but here we are now, and this is what we're doing to move forward. This is what we're doing to heal. This is what we're doing to make this thing work. So I really appreciate those things. So I definitely, what you're saying, it's too much, just the negative part on what we ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? All right, we get it, but those same platforms need to have like, okay, we all got it out. All right, now what? Okay, here's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Here's what we are. Yeah, we might be here, but let's put this together and move forward. So I've come across a couple I got, man, that's cool. But
Mhm.
both of them, the male or the female, yeah, we acknowledge we done this and that, but this is what we doing. This is how we overcoming. So we done like that. So yeah, me and the guys, we just recently passed, we talk about the same thing. Like, man, once we sit there and talk and listen, like, is understanding, and that's the whole thing, seeking understanding and moving on that, building on that. So yeah, I'll definitely love to see some of those platforms that's just really focusing on this, the negative part. Yeah, we have our differences, but I want to see more of those. Like, okay, now what? All right, let's build this. Let's work
What's the
together.
larger conversation?
Yeah. So yeah, I feel you. So I like to see more of those. Like,
Exactly.
let's get to it. We get it. The problem, we've heard like a whole year worth of the problem. Okay, I feel that. Now let's go ahead and build something positive out of that, man. So yeah, I definitely want to. We shouldn't be having a long, drawn out conversation.
Right. I see we got Tamel Bailey in the house with us.
Man, Bailey, man, that's my bro, man.
Yeah.
Big Bailey's my man. I love that dude.
He
Great
said,
dude.
Dream Yard for the win. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my dude. And he's got merch, y'all. He's got a CD. It's really
Okay.
dope, man. Yeah, y'all check him out.
Hey, I've listened to some of your stuff too, brother. Talk a little bit about what it's like putting music to your poetry. And there is a difference, because I know that you rap and there is rap, but it's a different thing when you blend that poetry with the music, because you don't want it to really cross over into being or trying to get in that lane of rap. Talk about that for somebody.
Well, I have a different take on that,
What is your
because I have a different take. You okay? For those out there, y'all remember an artist named Heavy D. I love Heavy D, and Heavy D had a lot of great positive hip hop. But on his, I think, second album, maybe the first, he had a song where it was really spoken word, way ahead of his time. I'm talking about like 86, 87, 88, something like that. It's called "Don't You Know," and it was structured like a song, but he just spoke. It was the first time I heard poetry over a hip hop beat.
right?
So I'm like, yo, I think you can marry that. You can like put both. So even on my hip hop album, I got one or two pieces. I'm doing a little poetry here and there,
Mhm.
because to me, it's all relative. You think about Gil Scott Herons or the Last Poets, they doing poetry, but it's hip hop. It's
Yeah.
hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And hip
Well,
hop spawned out of all that.
that's what I was about to say. Hip hop
Yeah.
are
And,
poets, and that's
right there. And that's what I use as a teaching method. When I go in the classroom, I do my little T-chart, like poems or songs, and I have them like give me something special about both. And when we get done, they end up finding out it's all the same. So I tell the kids, I want y'all to close your eyes, imagine your favorite song with words. I take the beat away, what you got left? It's a poem.
Yes, sir.
A poem left.
I see we got
Because
Adele in the building. She's in the house with us.
Tell, what's up, man? That's my sis.
Yes.
What's up, man?
Peace and blessings to you, lady. Hope you're feeling good. Good to have you.
Yes, I'm about to say, man, I hope you healing great, sis.
Yes.
You miss you.
Yes. Love her.
Now,
Love
Tad was my plug for about 10, 15 years for my body oil. Oh, man. If there was shows in South Carolina, we was on the same bill. Then when she stopped doing so much poetry, she was there just selling stuff. And man, so yes, much love to my sis, man.
We got Sonya the Cooper here. She said, MsTonya brought the best out of the worst situations. Now, I don't know what you're talking about right now, but respect, if that's what you're talking about. I see we got Tamel here again, said, thanks for the shout out. So he appreciates
No doubt, bro. You my dude, man. That's a good dude.
I see we got Amina here. She said, rap equals
rhythms and poetry.
Come on. All right, we got MsTonya here. She says, if you live with the beat in your mind, you can make it through
the day. That's facts.
Come on. And what's up, I tell? She said, working on it, feeling better. Thank y'all. Love you.
Man, we love you back, sis.
We love you right back. And that picture she got right there, she took in the Flowtown. We was hanging out that night together.
Oh, really? That's what's up.
Matter of fact, I think I took that picture, but you know, I'm not sure. But yeah, man, this has been so wonderful. This has been great. I can't even believe we've almost been talking an hour. I got to give you an opportunity to share another piece with the people before we get out of here.
Okay, I got you now. Okay, y'all. So this is a new piece, and I did it for the first time the other night. So I'm gonna see, if I flub it, y'all please forgive me, but I'm gonna do this. It's called Crazy Love. My bro Jabu once told me that love is too crazy, people trying to figure it out. And people, for whatever reason, keep trying to figure love out. And that's crazy. Cause to do the same thing, expecting different results, is called insanity. So the next time someone says, I love you, simply respond by saying, I delirium you too. Because you got to be insane in the membrane to wonder what someone is doing every second of the day when they're not around you. Completely psycho to have the same person on your mind all the time. A basket case to think you can't make it until you see their face. And I realize that I'm crazy. Because I be doing that too. And I don't know if love or her drove me crazy, or if I was already crazy, or crazy attract crazy. Maybe we liked the taste of toxic. Maybe we was two lovebirds that flew over the cuckoo's nest 3 times. And I think in relationships, I'm colorblind because I don't know what red flags look like. Maybe she is too. Maybe she couldn't see mine. Because how is it that you're in love with someone for 1 year and 6 months, and 6 months of that 1 year and 6 months, you were separated for 6 months? It just doesn't add up. Neither does love. It's always subtracting because you lose a part of yourself. Because our love was hands on the handlebar of a roller coaster that's about to crash, and we smile like everything's going to be all right. Yeah, that may sound like mania, but our embrace was a straitjacket kind of hug, but it was love. If we can make love work, you got to be crazy. And that's crazy. Because we were mad hatters enjoying a trip down a rabbit hole. We was heart held in hands, running through barbed wire. Our love was like the movie, The Edge of Tomorrow, and every day was a cliffhanger, and every week we kept saying we don't know how much longer we can hold on. It's either she'll let go or I'll let go. We kept falling into each other's arms. And we kept doing it. We kept doing the same thing, expecting different results. It's called insanity. Our love was a broken record, and we were the only ones that understood the words. Just like Al Green when he said, love will make you do right, and love will make you do wrong. We kept doing wrong. But it was a song we enjoyed singing, a sweet melody of mental illness, a harmony of hysteria. Maybe our love language was lunacy. Makeups to breakups, breakups to makeups. We just kept doing it. Leaving, knowing that we ain't going nowhere. And maybe that was the problem. Wasn't going anywhere. Till she was finally gone. And a part of me just don't feel normal. And that's crazy. In peace.
Woo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Y'all
sir.
feeling that? Y'all feeling that?
The snaps are in the chat if you don't know. If you don't know, snaps on snaps on snaps. Kevin Mullins.
Kevin, y'all, we gonna book you. Oh, you gonna book me now? I just sent you videos and everything. Now you wanna book me?
Stanford Smith, how you doing? Stanford in the house. He said, every day is a daily grind, no matter what you do.
Right.
Make sure you add God and keep him close. Remember, we are all here because of him. Common ground.
Salute.
Snaps. We got Shakidra Jeanette in here. She says snaps. And let me tell you, ooh, Moody, you're back.
Really? Y'all, this is my second time doing this poem. And just for y'all, my second time.
Okay. We got Sonya that she says snaps.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Annie in the building here in the house with us. She said, you better come on with the come on.
Wow, thank you. I like that. You better come on with the come on.
Come on.
I like that. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all comments. That's what's up.
I appreciate you, man. This has been so awesome. We're going to have to do this again.
Man, just let me know. I stay ready. Come on now.
Yeah. See, all of the little things that we went through getting on, that just faded away.
Oh, yeah, man. It's all great. But I do want to say, y'all, please, I'm on every form of social media, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook. I am Moody Black. Just like my website is IamMoodyBlack.com. I am Moody Black is my handle for everything. Everything. So make sure y'all check me out. Also, if you want to be a patron, I do have Patreon. If you want to check out behind the scenes stuff that nobody else get to see, I put up videos, how I feel about certain things or certain behind the scenes stuff that nobody else can see. You can join my Patreon, and it's very, very cheap. So you can go to patreon.com. I am Moody Black. Also, I am doing my fundraiser. I'm doing a fundraiser for free workshops for the community and poetry shows in California and Hawaii.
Oh, right.
GoFundMe. Yeah. So next month, I got some shows in Cali and in Hawaii, Honolulu, and then workshops there for the community as well. I'm doing free workshops. So to make that possible, I would love y'all to donate. If I get 1,000 people donate $5, y'all, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. So y'all go to GoFundMe.com. I am Moody Black, and just give what you can, man. I believe wholeheartedly about giving back.
I got 5 on it.
Got 5 on it.
Yeah, that's a good thing to put 5 on right there. Hey, we got a little bit about that Patreon, how that worked for a poet. I need some little info. I need a little.
I'm gonna be open real quick. I know we ain't got much time. I had it. No, I got to eat, and the God is waiting on me. I'm hungry, and I know she's hungry too. But I want to say real quick, I've been on it for years. And I know you can make a real great living off this Patreon alone, but I put so many other things ahead of that. I'm like, man, I'm just sitting on this thing. So this summer, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I'm like, okay, let me start back. So I start back heavily promoting it and get some new people come in, so it's slowly getting where I know I could have been years ago. I slept on it. But I'm everything. I'm a manager, I'm a booking agent, I'm all these things. And I want to get to a place where I can go ahead and delegate.
Get the kids and the grandkids and the nephews.
Right. So yeah, y'all, be patient with the boy, with your boy. If I'm behind on something, man, be patient. We getting there.
All right.
So yeah, then I'm excited once I get this one man stage play, y'all. And I know a lot of people like, because a lot of poets are doing it now. So people ask, you'll do a whole poet thing? I'm like, no. This is a play. This is me performing as another character, and it's about law. It's called The Other Side of Tomorrow, the loss of love and recovering yourself, after that. And so I'm excited about that, but I'm more excited about once I get through with that, I'm working on a 2-person play. Me and the guy has got some things we're working on, and we're going to try to travel. Well, not try, we're traveling with that as well. You know what I'm saying? So, so all y'all movie people out there be hollering at us. We do movies too. Y'all, you for hire. Holler at us.
That's what
and
I
want. And if y'all want to see more of us, now we have a TikTok called We Country Folk. So y'all can follow We Country Folk on TikTok. Y'all can see me and the guy that's doing our thing.
Okay. I'll check it out. All right, y'all. I told you I needed you to know. If you even had that little question in your mind, if you didn't know, like, oh, is Moody Black? I think you have a real good idea right now. Thank you, man, for your time.
Man, thanks for having me. Y'all, hey, be great, be kind, stay on the grind. We see y'all next time.
All right. All right. Respect, brother. All right. I told you I was going to bring them to you, and you saw them here. This is the Poets House Live. All right. One of the best and one of your favorite virtual open mic podcasts. That's what we're here for you. And if you want to get an opportunity to perform live right here on the Poets House Live, we do this on the last Tuesdays of the month. Last Tuesdays of the month. Just look on your calendar, mark it. I'll be here. And if it grows more than this, if we feel like we need to get in here some more Tuesdays, then that's going to depend on you. You keep showing up, you keep liking, you keep sharing, and you let people know that we're having real conversations. We out here talking that poet life. We talking to poets. We have conversations, and we're going to share some words with you. All right, y'all. Y'all be good out here in these streets. I got a whole lot of love for you, and I thank you for loving me. One love.